UK is on a hiring spree. And I'm not the one saying this, it's the government data that tells us this. According to the statistics from Government of UK issued 3,37,240 work visas in 2023. This was 26% higher than what was issued in 2022 and almost 2.5 times of what was issued prior to pandemic in 2019. And the government does not expect this trend to slow down anytime soon. So clearly, a lot of things in the UK have changed for foreign workers. And today, I'm going to introduce to you 4 opportunities that are coming straight from the Government of UK. We're going to be covering Government of UK agencies that are hiring foreign workers. Yes, that's correct. Government of UK agencies are hiring foreign workers, giving you certificate of sponsorship, visas, everything that you need to move to the UK. And in today's video, I'm going to cover these options with you. So if you are interested in finding a visa sponsorship job in the UK, you stick around. Hello and namaste, my name is Nidhi Nagori and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much for doing so. If you are a regular, then welcome back. So lovely to see you again in one of our common spaces, which is finding global opportunities. To introduce myself, I'm a finance professional who worked in more than 30 countries and then went on to find my own company called Globalogy, which helps people with their global career aspirations. On my social media channels, I love to decode the world of immigration, and if you are up for a global switch in your career, join the journey along. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's completely free to do. And now let's talk about today's topic, which is the UK. I'm going to divide this video in 3 parts. First, we're going to talk about why UK government jobs are open for foreign workers. Second, I'm going to take you through all the options that I have today. And third, how do you strengthen your application and put in a strong application. Depending on what you want to watch, which part of the video seems interesting to you, you can navigate throughout the video. I'll also leave the info in timestamps. Now let's talk about part number 1. Why is the UK government giving jobs to foreign workers? So this might seem shocking to you if you are watching from a developing country where a government job is highly coveted. But in countries like UK and US, government jobs are not very high paying, which is why it's very difficult to find local talent that is willing to do a government job. In countries like Canada and India, the government jobs are still decently well paying. In India, they are extremely well paying. In Canada, they are okay, you can do them. They do offer the most amount of job security. But like I said, in countries like US and UK, the government jobs actually pay lower than what private organizations offer. Also in these countries, there is a social security floor. So people are not really looking for the benefits that, say, a government job in India would offer, because they're already getting these benefits irrespective of whether they have a government job or not. This makes government jobs less appealing in any developed country. Add to that the fact that they pay lower than private organizations, it is not a very exciting opportunity for most locals. And again, I'm not the one saying this, there's enough government data to prove so. To give you an example, the patient waitlist in the UK as of Jan 2024 was more than 7 million cases. This is partly because the NHS, which is the National Health Service, is seeing severe labor shortage. It is actually one of the options that we are going to cover today and is a good segue into talking about the 4 options that I'm going to present, which is segment number 2. Now let me show you all the 4 options. Let's turn to my screen record where I'll take you through each one of them individually. The first one on my list, like I already mentioned, is the NHS. Let's look at what the NHS has to offer. So I'm on the NHS job search platform, and then I would just accept all the cookies and you can go to search right here. Once you hit the search bar, you will see that there are about 19,539 jobs that are currently open. And I'm going to just randomly type manager, because you might think that everything is like for paramedics or doctors and nurses, but that's not true. And I'm going to show you that I'll just randomly type manager, and you can see there are like 5,000 jobs. So about 1/4 of the jobs that we were seeing on that list is actually some corporate role. I'm going to look this one up, capital development manager. Project manager, closing date is March 24th. Let's see if this one is offering sponsorship. Scroll down. Yes, this one is. It says certificate of sponsorship. Applications from job seekers who require skilled worker sponsorship are welcome and will be considered alongside all other applications. So this job does give certificate of sponsorship, which is what you need to apply for a skilled worker visa. In fact, most jobs on the NHS website give you the offer of a certificate of sponsorship. I recently had somebody in my followers list, I'm going to pop up a screenshot somewhere here, who also said that his wife got a regular coordinator, office manager kind of a role through NHS, getting a work visa sponsorship and all of that. So it is quite possible. So if you want to maximize your chances, just look for which field is right for you on the NHS website and then see if they have a mention of certificate of sponsorship. I already showed an example to you. That is what you need to look for. Now let's go on to option number 2. This is the DWP website. I've covered this website previously in one of my UK videos, but I'm still going to take it today because it is a government-run website. So I just want to take it one step ahead and show it to you guys. As you can see, this is the DWP, which is the Department of Works and Pension. It basically runs a job portal across the UK. And again, yes to all the cookies. Just put in visa sponsorship here. That way you'll be able to see all the roles that are open for visa sponsorship in UK. And then you can see which all is open, like overhead transmission linesman, science assistant technician, trainee sonographer, occupational therapist, physiotherapist, bricklayer, warehouse staff. Quite a few opportunities that are actually open. I also like the fact that they put everything in, say, categories. So if you are interested in PR, advertising, things like that, you could just open this up and then see what kind of roles are available. If you are interested in some other opportunities, like I'm always interested in seeing what is open in finance, then I would say go on to the finance section and then see what kind of roles are available. Now keep in mind that not all roles are going to be open for visa sponsorship for offshore candidates. So some roles might state that we'll only give visa sponsorship if you're in the UK. Some roles might state that we'll give it if whether you're in or out. Some might say that we're not going to give any kind of visa sponsorship, because this website actually has a lot more jobs. So if you just go and do a random search, you will see it's 133622. Now for the jobs that don't say anything about visa sponsorship, how do you know if they're open for visa sponsorship or not? There are a couple of markers that you can use that we use in Globalogy. So we look for things like international teams. We look for statement like equal opportunity employer, or people from all backgrounds without any discrimination are welcome to apply. So these are 3 markers that we use personally at Globalogy, which is where we see so much success in our job support service, is because we don't go for direct markers of visa sponsorship. We also go for indirect markers of visa sponsorship. A team can only be international if people have been sponsored from different parts of the world. An equal opportunity employer cannot discriminate on the basis of your background, so on and so forth. So once you've scanned NHS and you've scanned DWP, let's go on to our next option, which is finding a university job in the UK. You might think I'm losing my mind, but no. Let's look at this opportunity. So this one's jobs.ac.uk, and I know I did London jobs, but you could probably do it for any other city in the UK as well. I'm gonna go in and look at, say, digital marketing officer. This one's at Imperial College London, and I'm gonna look at essential requirements: bachelor's degree, written English, proficiency in editing websites, SEO, time management. No mention of visa sponsorship, yes or no, which means obviously it's worth taking a shot. I know most universities in the UK, if they are public universities, so because they have a license to sponsor foreign workers, more likely than not they end up doing so. Let's go on and check another opportunity. I'm opening this one up. It's called postdoctoral research assistant. Just gonna scroll down and see if there's any mention of visa sponsorship or not. Nope, but I do see one of the markers that I was just stating. Queen Mary's commitment to diverse and inclusive community is embedded in our appointment process, which means obviously they are also open to a diverse and inclusive environment, meaning they do not discriminate on the basis of your background. Now, once you're done scanning this list as well, let's talk about option number 4, which is a name I'm sure you've heard of. It's the British Council. I, until very long, didn't even know British Council would have opportunities. So British Council actually works in a lot of Commonwealth nations, and that's why most of their roles are open for Commonwealth citizens. This one is not open for everyone, only for Commonwealth nationals. But then I know that most of the people who watch my content are Commonwealth nationals. So now I'm looking at the British Council website. I like the fact that with British Council, it's almost like UN. I'm not comparing the two organizations on the basis of work, but on the basis of where their reach is. Because British Council tends to work with Commonwealth nations, there are a lot of opportunities that you can go for in different parts of the world. A lot of the corporate roles actually do not have visa restrictions generally, and those are the ones that I would recommend that you try out. If you live in a particular country, like if I were to look for, say, roles in India, I would look at this first, just to maybe have my foot in the door. And I can see senior teacher, corporate English solutions. This one's based in Noida in India. So you could take this website and look at different parts of the world depending on where you want to be. Now I'm going to come to part 3 of today's video, which is how do I strengthen my application. So sometimes it is beneficial that you get a cover letter. It is not always required. I do recommend that you have a global resume. I've already covered that in my resume masterclass. If you want to take a look, make sure you go through the description and check the links. We have all of Globalogy's offerings links in there for you guys to check out. But I would recommend having a global resume, not having a super lengthy resume, tailoring your resume into achievements and responsibilities, and looking at multiple JDs and deciding how you write your resume. resume up. And second, which is the most important and most underrated thing, this is something that 99.99% of my clients also don't do, which is heavy networking. Whether you want to do a government job in the UK, whether you want to do a private job in the UK, you must network. Honestly, 85% of our success stories also comes from networking on the behalf of our clients. And actually, a lot of my clients are shocked to see that there's so much response on networking compared to job applications. I see more responses on networking. So that is going to be my suggestion for you. On that note, this video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and I hope you had a lot of takeaways from it. If you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments below. If not, I promise to see you in the next video. Until then, you stay safe, take care of yourself. Namaste.